Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, Writing Practices. Today, we are going to learn how to write a travel authorization letter. What is a travel authorization letter? A travel authorization letter is a formal document written by an individual, granting permission to another person to travel on their behalf, usually for specific business-related purposes. This letter typically specifies the purpose of the travel, the duration, and the extent of authority given to the representative, including making travel arrangements, attending meetings, and making decisions. The letter serves to officially delegate responsibilities and provide authorization for actions taken during the trip. Here, Writing Practices will show you how to write a travel authorization letter step by step. Check this out. First of all, you need to write your information. Write your full name. Under it, write your home address. Don't forget to mention the number, street name, city, state, and zip code. Sure, you can also add contact information like phone number and email address. And now, write the date of the letter. You may use the format of month, date, and year. For the next, write the information about the recipient. You need to write their full name. And then, write their home address. Yes, don't forget to mention the number, street name, city, state, and zip code. And you can also add their contact information like phone number and email address. After completing this information, now you may open the letter with a formal salutation. You may simply write, "Dear Mr. or Ms. or Mrs., followed by the last name of the recipient. In the first paragraph, this is where you write introduction and statement of authorization. Just like this sample, Christopher introduces himself. And he, the writer, states the authorization of James Anderson for travel purposes. When you do it, don't forget to mention the purpose and duration. You must specify the purpose, for example as attending a business conference. And mention the travel dates by writing the month, date, and year. Here is the example how you write it. I, Christopher Evans, hereby authorize James Anderson to travel on my behalf for the purpose of attending a business conference from May 1, 2024 to May 5, 2024. In the second paragraph, this is one of important points of the letter. You need to list the scope of authorization. In this letter, the writer details the activities James Anderson is authorized to undertake. Here, the writer states, the authorized person is permitted to undertake all necessary travel-related activities, including but not limited to, booking transportation, accommodation, and any other arrangements required for the trip. After that, you can then include transportation, accommodation, and arrangements. And this is how the writer mentions them. Additionally, he is authorized to represent me in any meetings, conferences, or events related to the purpose of the trip. Sure, you can add more if you have additional scope. In the third paragraph, now you can talk about representation and decision-making. Yes, it is a must that you authorize representation in meetings and events. And you have to state clearly that you trust the person. Here is the example. I understand that by granting this authorization, I am entrusting James Anderson with the responsibility to act on my behalf during the specified travel period. Not only that, you need to also mention the grant's decision-making power and document signing authority. Here, you may write something like, he is authorized to make decisions and sign documents as necessary for the smooth execution of the trip. In the fourth paragraph, this is where you talk about collection of information and communication as a part of authorization. You need to decide if you permit the collection of relevant information or not. And it means, you must also mention it you allow communication with relevant parties. Here is the example how you write it. I also authorize James Anderson to collect any relevant information or documentation on my behalf, and to communicate with any relevant parties during the course of the trip. Sure, you can use your own language. Feel free to modify it. In the fifth paragraph, this is the section for validity and revocation rights. The writer here must state the validity period of the authorization. And this is the example. This authorization is valid from May 1, 2024, to May 5, 2024, unless otherwise revoked in writing. After that, now you need to mention about the revoke of authorization. In this letter, the writer reserves Christopher's right to revoke the authorization. Sure, you need to do the same. If you have no idea what to write, you may check this sample. I reserve the right to revoke this authorization at any time, by providing written notice to both James Anderson and any relevant parties involved. In the sixth paragraph, now you can write about cooperation and contact offer. Yes, you can express your appreciation for the recipient's cooperation. Simply, you may write something like, I appreciate your cooperation in facilitating this travel authorization. And then, invite contact for questions or additional information. By this means, you must write down your contact information like phone number and email address. For example is, please do not hesitate to contact me at 555-321-9876, or chris.evans@email.com, if there are any questions, or if additional information is required. In the last paragraph, write your closing appreciation. The writer here thanks Sarah Mitchell for attention to the matter. And you may simply write, thank you for your attention to this matter. Finally, you can close the letter with sincerely. Add your signature, and write your full name under it. So, that's how you write a travel authorization letter step by step. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.